Right, here's a few exercises slash mobility movements that I do almost daily to varying degrees of intensity and volume, and they really help my lower back and hips and shoulders stay healthy. So in this video, it's not really about a certain amount of time or repetitions or anything like that. It's just kind of showing you movements that will help keep your entire body healthy so that you can exercise and or just stay pain-free. The first one is this downward dog position. In this position, you are trying to get your heels to the ground and you are trying to push your chest to your thighs or your quads. And again, you can move in different ways in each of these positions that you'll see. So it's not like you have to do a static hold without moving. You can change it as you go. The next position is an active squat, and an active being not passive. So I am using an implement, in this case a heavy sandbag, to create a active squat. And again, you can adjust, you can use different hand positions. It's not about a rigid form. You can sway back and forth, you can come in and out of the squat, you can change your hand positions. It's just about holding that low active squat. And when I say active, I mean I am trying to pull my spine straight. You see right there, I kind of come out of the active squat and move back into it. So there's nothing wrong with moving out of it and moving back into it as like a slow repetition. I can sway sideways, I can move back and forth, but just holding the low squat, keeping your core tight, pressing your knees outward, keeping your spine as straight as possible will help you keep your hips, knees, ankles, and spine healthy. This also helps stretch out your groin. Again, change hand positions. It's not about having to do it one specific way, but again, I'm trying to keep an active squat. And if you're getting tired, come out of it, rest for a little bit, and go back into it. Next position is a horse stance, and that just means a very wide stance, that's all. In a horse stance, I want to drop my hips or butt down to the ground as much as possible while keeping an upright posture in my back. Also, I do not let my knees collapse forward, as you see right there. I'm pulling my knees backwards. This will make my adductors stretch out. This will engage my glutes, but it will also stretch all those muscles in my hip complex. In this position, as I hold that isometric horse stance, wide, low stance, pulling the knees backwards toward the hip, I'll do a lateral bend. So while isometrically holding in my lower body, I'm using the lateral bend to loosen up my whole back and oblique complex. This is a good active stretch. Simple movement. There you can see it from the front. Bend as much as possible. Again, there's no right or wrong, just bend as much as you can, go as low as you can. Next position is just a crab position and a tabletop. When I'm sitting in this crab position, I push my butt toward my heels. I really feel a good chest and shoulder stretch. Again, there's no right or wrong. You can move backwards, you can move forwards, you can sway side to side. There you can see I'm doing an anterior and posterior pelvic tilt just to help loosen up my lower back. And again, you can stay in these positions for as long as you want or as little as you want. You can do repetitions by moving forward and backwards slowly, side to side. Now I go into the tabletop. This is a great way to actively stretch your chest and shoulders, and it is helping relieve tension in my lower back by engaging my glutes and pushing my hips to the ceiling. I am not arching my lower back, I am just squeezing my glutes and pushing my hips to the ceiling. So I don't feel any tension. It's actually relieving tension in my lower back by pushing my hips to the ceiling. Again, you can play around with the movement. You don't have to do those knee extensions there. Again, hold the position as long as you want to or can, and then come out of it and rest and go back into it and hold again. There's no right or wrong here. Just getting into the position of all of these movements will help open up your body, keeping your hips and lower back healthy. Next is the split squat. And again, these are all active positions. They are not passive positions where you're just holding a passive stretch. So in the split squat, I am squeezing the glute of that back leg so that it is stretching out that back leg hip flexor. And so I am actively squeezing that back glute, giving me an isometric hold. Again, you don't have to stay in these for any determined amount of time. Just go as low as you can. You can also elevate that front heel if you feel like you can't get your lead knee that far forward, but also just let your heel come off the ground, because as much as people think this movement is about the front leg, it really is not. Yes, it's doing great things for that front leg knee to isometrically hold like that in a fully flexed position, but it's really about the back leg, the leg that's in back. I am squeezing that back leg glute as hard as I can and trying to straighten that back leg knee. And again, just do whatever you can, what works for you. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to hold it for a certain amount of time. You could do very slow repetitions up and down in this. So just make it your own, but make it challenging. This hanging position is so good for your shoulders. It decompresses your shoulder joints. I'm just passively hanging here, and I will go into an active hang where I am engaging my core, and I feel that decompress my shoulders even more by squeezing my core muscles. You see my hips kind of come forward when I do that, just a little bit, and there's no right or wrong, or I'm not trying to hold it for any specific amount of time, just kind of however I feel for the day. I am going until I feel everything release though in my shoulders, my lats, my upper chest, my serratus anterior, which are our huge squeezing muscle. So I feel it all through that upper rib area, attaching into my lats and chest. This is such a great, simple mobility exercise that you can either make passive or active. Thank you for watching. I hope this helps.